Hey guys, Ash here coming at you today on Update Balance Day. It hit today, and I'll tell you what guys, in this episode we're going to talk a little bit about our first impressions, or my first impressions, and my clanmates, and some of you guys who reached out to me on the update, on this balance changes, and we're also going to go ahead and get into where I think strategy will be heading in terms of Town Hall 10 and 11. A lot of boner talk on today's episode. Yes, you heard that right. So what we're going to do is hop right into it, talking about this mass minor buff slash nerf. So the first thing we really got to get to is this replay right here. This is a friendly challenge, and we've been doing them all day over in Red Elite, and this one's by Bo Duke here. And Bo is an absolute really great attacker, but you can see here that the Clash team, they wanted to nerf minor attacks, nerf spam attacks, and you can see the army selection here, guys, is 55 miners against a 100% maxed out base, except for some walls, but who cares about walls anyway? We're using all miners. So 55 max miners against a max village after the update, and guess what, guys? Mass attacks still alive and well, if not doing better than they were previously. If you guys heard my original update video, I hypothesized that this would actually be a buff and not a nerf as intended, because the fact that they move slower actually helps you because they become easier to heal when they're invulnerable to defensive targeting while they're underground. And guess what, guys? Early indicators are that that is going to be the case. However, we are starting to see a somewhat of a two-phase attack, and this is the boner strategy, bowlers and miners. I can't put it as the title. I checked with Supercell, and just to be safe, they said don't put sexually explicit material in the title because you never know what might happen, might be flagged and taken down. So, I didn't put boner in the title, but that's the name of the strategy. It's bowlers and miners, boner. And anyway, this has already been a very popular strategy, boner, and it's been growing and growing in popularity. But in case you guys haven't heard of it, basically it's a two-phase attack. You're essentially using either level 8 giants in the clan castle as your tanks for your kill squad here, which is comprised of all bowlers. Obviously, no healers. The whole healer nerf thing, obviously, I've done 2 videos on it. I'm not going to regale you with more healer nerf thoughts. You guys know where I stand on the issue by now. And if you don't know, go ahead and listen to my 20-minute diatribe in yesterday's video to catch up on my feelings on the healer nerf. But we have to play with the hand that we've been dealt here. So I do think that this boner strategy is actually going to get more play and become even more powerful and popular in the game. Part of that is because it's a really simple and basic strategy to use. Although it is a two-phase attack, it's pretty easy to plan, and obviously part of that too is because of the nerf to the healers, some people might be a little bit adverse to trying the healer strategy, starting out with the queen walk, and you can do this simple strategy that's kind of a spammy strategy, but as I said, it still is a two-phase attack. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been receiving a lot of mixed reaction on queen walk today. A lot of people saying it's much more difficult at Town Hall 10 and 11, especially because of the cannon buff, more so even than the healers necessarily. Now, of course, bases have not caught up enough to really take a hard look at the situation and try to figure out just how much nerf the queen walk is actually going to take after this healer triggering traps hit. Now, I do still speculate that it's going to be a pretty decent nerf to the healers. Obviously, good base designers will be able to position seeking air mines in a way that even taking down one healer off a 4 healer queen walk is definitely a significant factor in terms of a deficit, and people who have attacked max bases definitely know that. We've all had times where, for example, an archer tower will target one of our healers unintentionally. Maybe we had to use the royal cloak ability, and once you lose one healer on these attacks, especially against max defenses, that can really hurt your raid. So let's talk a little bit about the boner attack and why I feel it's going to be on the rise. And guys, it's not hard to do. So when you're trying to execute the boner attack, what you want to do is basically account for both of the inferno towers when choosing your entry point. And as you can see here on both of these attacks, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to attack directly into an inferno tower. Your first phase objective, now that the Eagle Artillery trigger, is 180 troops, and remember guys, heroes count for 25 troops, spells count for 5 troops towards that Eagle Artillery activation, and if you happen to use a hero ability, all the spawned units do count towards that Eagle Artillery activation. So all you're essentially doing here is using your bowlers and your heroes to take down one Inferno Tower, and then you send the miners in directed at the second Inferno Tower, and you should be good to go. Basically, you just want to make sure you take down both of the Inferno Towers, one with your kill squad, one with your bow, and one with your NER. I'm not gonna edit that out. So basically, oh man, okay, sorry, cracking myself up here. So you're gonna use your kill squad guys to take out one Inferno Tower, use a jump spell or wall breakers to get them in there, and then even at Town Hall 10 here, you can see a pretty easy strategy, and you still can use healers, guys. Okay, so you can see here, every million from one hive, use 3 healers, which is less than the 4 or 5 that the Clash team suggested in their blog post yesterday. And what you can do is just execute an abbreviated queen walk, that one where she doesn't start out where she's targeted by a bunch of point defenses. You can funnel into one of those Inferno Towers. Now you want to usually be using 2 rages on the kill squad portion, the bow portion of the attack. I'm not going to do it again, guys. And then you want to use the heals for the second phase of this attack, and use the heals obviously on the miners, the slow moving miners. You have plenty of opportunity to heal them when they go underground. Remember that that miners can be healed even when they're targeted by the Inferno Tower, by the multi-target Inferno Tower, if they go underground. So basically, on their approach to an Inferno Tower, you can still heal those miners, and they're spending more time underground. That gives you more time to heal them up, and it really makes spam attacks thrive right now, especially for miners, okay? So that is the boner attack, guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you want to, for Town Hall 10 and 11, I can give a tutorial. I'll make a tutorial video. Just let me know if you want to see a more in-depth tutorial, how to hit different types of bases, trophy designs versus anti-3-star designs with the boner attack. And also, guys, just want to kind of give a little note here about, a lot of people asked me in yesterday's video, why can't you just trust the Clash team? They know more than you do anyway. They know what's best for the game, and it's really because of little decisions, a bunch of little decisions like the one today, where my faith has waned a little bit. I still think they're very intelligent and innovative and smart people, and they want what's best for the game too. But you know, from the almost mishap of friendly challenges being essentially a built-in mod for the game, and then down the line, all these balancing changes that are supposed to do one thing that end up doing another. That's why that I kind of questioned them yesterday. So like this miner thing, for example, obviously we all thought it would be a nerf to miners. They wanted it to be a nerf to miners, but it ended up being a buff. So things like that are what leaves me scratching my head a little bit. So guys, just wanted to end with that. But hey, I'm positive. I love the game, and more strategy coming at you guys soon. So thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.